Hello, and welcome to Easter Loves History, Tiglath-Pilessar III. Last week, we chatted about the Neo-Assyrians a little bit in the Easter vein. Thanks to our main man, Ashurnasirpal II, Tiglath-Pilessar III got the chance to rise up and be quite the successful boy himself. Though the former had rocked the region's face-off, Assyria fell into some pretty hard times, thanks to some rather rowdy civil unrest and some nasty plague. So, TP3, my loving nickname for him, had to build from the ground up. TP3 goes on to cow Judah and help them defeat Israel and Aramea in battle. He shows up off and on throughout the Old Testament and Torah, particularly in 2 Kings and the former. One of the most interesting features of TP3's rule and of Neo-Assyrian foreign policy is their unwavering policy of deportation. The Assyrians picked up conquered peoples and tossed them across the empire, far from one another and far from their homelands. This policy was dually successful, stripping these peoples of their identity and garrisoning the trouble spots of the empire. Particularly poignant to our Easter, the Assyrians preached the good word of Ashur, the one true God. Ashur was before all other gods, and, though the Assyrians tolerated other gods, religions, traditions, and practices somewhat, they felt that these other gods were naught but lesser, bare manifestations of Ashur that the poor, deluded, barbaric peoples believed in. Ashur was many, but he was one. They pursued their heavy-handed policies partially out of religious zeal and moral certitude. Because of this, as many a historian and archaeologist assert, a partial impetus for their various policies seems to be evangelism, something in which the followers of Yahweh did not believe, as their religion was exclusive. It seems that the Assyrians truly felt they were helping people by being militaristic missionaries. Does any of that sound familiar? The Assyrians most assuredly put their stamp on the biblical world and the biblical word. Hashtag Easter Loves History. Thank you for listening to this first installment of Easter Loves History. The backing track for this piece was taken from the Free Music Archive. It is titled The Magic Bullet, from the album The Jewel in Me by Little Glass Men. It is being used under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International License. Thank you to the Little Glass Men and to Free Music Archive for providing a means to access such wonderful music and the music itself. Please stay tuned for yet another installment of Easter Loves History.